One thing that we noticed is that guys followed you. They played harder for you. The line worked a little harder to protect you. The fans bought into you. What was it? What was the Riley Nelson magic? You didn't go 13-0. You didn't win a national championship or a Heisman Trophy like some of the others that had come through. But we watched this team line up behind you, and it was very impressive. What do you think it was?
A couple of things. One was I talk about, we've got the Nelson lineage, and you mentioned my dad was an Aggie, my grandpa was an Aggie as well, and my great grandpa's name is on the field house, not for football but for wrestling, and he was a longtime athletic trainer. But we love, people say they love sports, and people say they're like, we're not even really fans. Like, we love the game to a degree that is very hard to comprehend for the average individual. And in a locker room setting, in a college locker room setting, I think that comes through. You'd be surprised that you'd think all 120 or however many guys are on a roster, you think they all love football, but they don't. Blaine, you can speak to this.
Oh,
Dave,
yeah.
There are guys who truly love the game, and guys who are there maybe because they like it, but for other reasons, or they're getting it's their only way to get their school paid for, or whatever. I was a kid. If I had to pay my own way, if I had to work the night shift, like I was coming out of high school, I was going to play football hell or high water. And so I loved the game. And that was first and foremost, because it attracted me to other guys in that locker room, which there were a lot who absolutely loved the game. And then second was my teammates weren't dumb. In that 2010 season, we went back and forth, and the locker room was split. The coaching staff was split. The fan base was split. Everyone was split on whether or not we go Riley or Jake. My injury against Florida State, my shoulder injury against Florida State kind of made the decision for everybody. And that's when Jake became the future. And again, this speaks to my love for the game and what my teammates observed. And I think this gets to the core of what you're referring to, Dave. Bottom line was, I love the game so much, I was not going to be content to sit and wait my turn if Jake got hurt or something. I wanted to be on the field on Saturdays. Like, I had put in too much work from the time I was 5 years old to sit idly by. And I knew I had the athleticism. I knew I had the work ethic, and I was willing to learn any skill I could. And I really think, you say, what was it? That offseason, going to the coaches, convincing them to let me try out for special teams, making the punt unit, making the kickoff unit, making the punt return unit, and contributing even in a very small, unimpactful way on special teams, up to the point of being thrown in against Utah State. That was what you were seeing. My teammates had observed all that with me. And then when I got kind of thrust into that main position of quarterback, they all, it was put on full display.